guys, I think I got something here. I'm on a different part of the lake. I haven't been on this part of the lake for a long time. I'm clean to the other end of the lake from where I live. Where you going, buddy? And the water, the reason I come down here is y'all can already see the water's a lot. Well, he got off, guys. He got off. I'm just holding on to him. That's the bad part when you're by yourself trying to net a fish. If you keep him coming and keep him moving and don't stop him, you got a better chance of not losing a fish. When you stop and just hold on so you can pull him to the boat and net him. I had him close enough. All I had to do was start pulling, you know, and net him. And that's what I was getting ready to do, and he came off. But he wasn't hooked good, he wouldn't have came off. Y'all see me fight sometime to get the hook out of him. But anyway, let me go back to what I was running my mouth about. Let me get back up in there. I'm on a different part of the lake I haven't been on for a long time. The water's a lot clearer here. I had to travel with my boat about 30 minutes maybe. I had to drive about 30 minutes down the lake, and then I put in at a public boat ramp. So I really don't know this end of the lake that well. I've never done real good on crappie down here. I have caught a few crappie on this end of the lake, but I've never done really good. But our end of the lake is so dirty and the crappie are so scattered right now that I wanted to do something different. So let's see if we can find some today. It's gonna be a lot of searching today. Well, I don't think that's a crappie. He's everywhere. Wait a minute, like a catfish. And guys, there's a post in the water. That's what I was thrown at. I seen two fish at the base of it. That's a bass. I had a catfish for a minute. And I seen two fish for me at the base of it, and I thought, well, I wonder for a crappie. Just trying to find some crappie. Just having a day of fishing. So the fishing, look here. Wow. You catch something this nice, guys, on 4-pound test and a light action rod. Look at that. I miss out fishing, guys, for fun. I lost the first crappie. I did have a crappie on the first time. Got him back to the boat and I lost him. And off of the dock, and I didn't see but 3 fish on that one, and I couldn't get the rest of them to hit me. I've been back twice. That's a nice fish, guys. That's a real nice fish. Thick. He's about 2.5, 2.2 to 2.4, maybe 2.5, something like that. I don't know. He's probably a little bit over 2 pounds. All right, guys. If I catch crappie, I think bass leave me alone. You know, I had the same problem yesterday. I fished 3 days in a row, and I caught 11 bass one day. I caught 6 yesterday. Crappie fishing now. But I'm using 4-pound line, so it's a lot of fun. This is a spotted bass here. You know, like I said yesterday, it's a lot of fun catching them on this 4-pound test. And light rod, right action rod, but not what I'm looking for. I texted my little buddy last night, and I told him, I said, I hope you're bass fishing today. He said, no, going bass fish tomorrow. I told y'all he works a lot. That's a fat little thing too. That's a spotted bass. Look how fat he is. That's what got him in trouble. He's got a big mouth and likes to eat. Wait a minute, that's a spotted bass. He don't have a big mouth, does he? He likes to eat. The spotted bass are aggressive, I'm gonna tell you. Well, let me keep moving. Let me get away from this spot, but there's a post in the water that's about 6 foot tall. I would say they probably built a new dock and they didn't get that post out. It's about 6 feet out in front of that dock. And there was 3 fish at the base of it, and I feel like they were crappie, but I'll never know because I can't get a bait to them for the bass grabbing it. I'm throwing this little fluke today. This is the sexy shad color I made up. It's kind of a smoke with silver and chartreuse flake in it. And guys, I do have a barb on this. This is why I tell you all about the barb. Look how the barb's done busted just a little bit already. I didn't cut the barb off of this one because I'm trying to get more weight, because I'm trying to fish deeper. But you can see what it does. Now if I use that stinger shad, it won't bust it. But I stuck one of these flukes on here. That's why I'm telling y'all, if y'all using the fluke, if y'all using these little flukes, if you win some of them, I'll send you some. If you're using the fluke and the willowtail, you need to cut that barb off because it'll just bust them. You won't catch but 1 or 2 fish on them and they're good. If you cut that barb off, shoot. I made a whole video, pour to catch on the same bait. I don't know if y'all have seen that one yet or not. So if you cut that barb off, they'll last a long time. If you don't cut that barb off, they won't last no time. They'll bust up. Now look, it was 20 foot right there. I'm in 7 foot now in front of this dock. The channel swings in here, and that's the kind of places I'm searching for crappie, guys. Places where the channel gets closer to the docks, because people put brush in front of the docks, and that's what I'm trying to find. Because I'm in a new location that I don't fish down here very much. I bass fished down here a couple back in Thanksgiving. It's okay, guys. And this is what day is today? Day is the 12th, I think, December the 12th. So water temperature is 52 degrees here in Virginia. I'm sure in the mountains, like Smith Mountain places, it's colder. And I was watching somebody last night on YouTube, and I think they were in Georgia or South Carolina, I remember now, and the water was 58, and they was complaining about the water being cold. I'd like to see 58. When the water was 58 here, crappie were easy to catch. They were everywhere on brush and docks. Now this water's got to 52, that's why I'm hunting. They're moving a lot, and they're staying in open water a lot. I caught a nice one yesterday. Y'all going to see him in one of my videos. He was 15 3/4, but I didn't catch many. And today I haven't caught a crappie. Now I had one on, got him to the boat, and he got off. But that's the only crappie that I had on. I haven't put a crappie in the boat today, and it might not happen. Like I said, I'm in a new area that I don't know if I've ever crappie fished here but a couple times, and that was in the spring. You know, when the water was like 58, 60 and growing, and crappie are scattered and they're moving everywhere, you know. They're moving in places to spawn, and they're a lot easier to find. This time of year, finding crappie on this lake is difficult. So a couple of people I know that fish here a lot and said the same thing. And I see some guys trolling a while ago. And that tells you again that they're in open water a lot this time of year. And I don't troll, so I'm not set up to do that. All right. I'm just kind of looking in open water now. That's what I'm doing. Away from this dock, I'm searching open water. I'm searching little pockets like this. Okay? And that's what I'm going to be doing now for the rest of the day. Y'all might not see a crappie today. But I'm going to little pockets like this and searching for open water crappie. And I'll probably check that dock if it's deep enough, because it's at the mouth of the cove. It's no use to go back in the coves. They're not back in there. I done checked docks like that the last couple of days. I haven't found any crappie. I have found some on docks, but they were on docks that were on the creek channel, and then docks that had at least 15 to 18 foot of water in front of them. We're gonna find out. This was to the left of the brush pile. There was 4 fish there. That's a crappie. Bam! All right, guys. This young man ran me down. I run into him a few times out fishing. Said he spotted some crappie. So I'm up here looking for the school of crappie. I seen them one time. They were moving. I spotted this brush pile, and these fish was not on the brush pile. It looked like some rocks or something to the left of them. They was on the rocks. This fish was on the rocks. That's what it looked like. He's a decent crappie. He's probably 12 inches, 11 and a half. All right, guys. Bam. All right, guys. My trolling motor that I just got fixed Tuesday, I'm sorry, it's already broke again. Will not turn, but left. Yep. So I've been trying to catch some crappie today. And y'all know I've caught quite a few bass. Well, here's another bass. Here's another bass. I caught him on my long rod. I've seen these bass running around here as I'm looking for crappie, so I thought, I'm just making a fun video. Why don't I catch a couple of those? There you go. That's a largemouth too. Where you got that? They're schoolers, guys. They're running around here. I'm using this little short jig. If y'all ever seen one before, owner makes it. It's real short, but it's heavy. That's why I'm using it, because I need weight to get to them fast. When they come swimming through, if I throw a light jig, by the time the jig is falling, they're gone. If that makes sense. And I done tried a couple colors. I see here they are now, way up here in front of me, 35 feet up in front of me. I just sit here looking around till they come through, and that one, he nailed it. But that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting here looking. I was trying to find him, like right here. I got my coat. I had to put my coat back on, guys. It got cold. Cooled. It got cool. I got to unzip all my clothes. I got my camera under all my clothes. Y'all probably going like, what are you doing? There you go. I got to get my camera. See there? See, that's the score of them? See, they're 35 feet out. And that's what I'm doing. All right. I'm lining them up. Hold on. I got this long rod because it's fun to catch them on it. I'm just having fun, guys. All right. This old long wimpy rod, them bass really feel big on it. That's why I'm using it. And it's got 6 pounds on this one. I don't have it 4 on some other ones, but that's what I'm doing. And they seem to just be schooling here, running in circles, because shad are everywhere. But they're hard to find now. I've covered. There's another. Oh, I just missed one. I just had another bite. So I can't see them now. I'm looking. All right. But that's what I'm doing, guys. I'm just trying to find them. Right here they are. I'm just trying to find them. And I'm just casting at them and jerking this bait around. And I've tried some good sized bass baits and they won't pay attention to it. But I think the reason it is they're chasing small shad. I caught 11 bass in another video y'all gonna see. Y'all probably done seen it before this one. And I was just out fun fishing. And I caught them on crappie jigs too, because the bass size stuff they don't want to hit because they're chasing a little shad. And one of them had a shad in his mouth that I showed you, and the little shad wasn't about 1.5 inches, 2 inches long. Some people call them butterbean shad, but that's what they're after. They're chasing the young shad of the year around. I said, I don't see them now. But I'll just sit here a second and they'll come back through. And I'll throw at them again.
Hey folks, hey, what you think? I went to this area. The creek's called PeaHill Creek because the water's clear. Don't fish it much, but I went down there because I'm just trying to find crappie. The crappie on my end, I'm having trouble finding because they're roaming a lot. We're in that tough period where crappie use open water a lot, and the water's a lot clearer down. If you noticed, I went to a boathouse, caught one, lost it, went off the bat at the boat. That's how bad I was struggling. So I was running around a couple places. I was searching some deep water down next to the bridge. Here comes this young man that I've seen a couple times. He's a catfisherman. I don't know his name. I'm sorry if you're watching this. You probably told me your name and I forgot it before, but I run into him every once in a while on the lake. We just stopped, talked a couple of minutes. And he said, hey, I was throwing my throw net for some shad up here and I caught a crappie. And I know you were after crappie. Come on up here. So I followed him up. He went like maybe 600 yards. We ran up there and sure enough, I seen this little crappie on my livescope, but they were moving, and I threw at them, but my bait got pretty close to them, but look, they didn't have enough to do with it. And I seen them about twice, but they was constantly roaming and moving. That's the trouble we're having this time of year. Crappie are moving. I reckon they're trying to decide where they're going to settle down for the winter. As I was looking around, there was a brush pile, a nice one in about 20 foot of water. There was no crappie on the brush pile, but out in front of the brush pile, about 3 to 4 foot, I seen 3 fish right on the bottom. I thought they could be crappie. They're right on the bottom because we've been having some colder weather than usual, but we had a couple nice days in a row. And that's why I was out there too, because it was like 55 degrees that day. So anyway, I threw out there. Bait come past, and the first time one of them grabbed it, and it was a crappie, which you've seen. The other two were still there, but the wind was blowing hard enough. I was having trouble staying on there and keeping them in my live scope. If your boat moves much, if y'all have a live scope, you know what I'm saying. If your boat moves much, because your live scope reads like this, and when you're 15 feet from a brush pile, your scope is not reading a very wide pattern. If your boat moves a little bit, you can't keep your bait. I can keep the brush pile. I can see it. I couldn't keep my bait. And if you can't keep your bait in sight, you know what happens? You get hung up in the brush pile. If you let your bait fall through the brush, this was a huge brush pile. If you let it fall through it, it's over with. You got to watch your bait so you can bring your bait around the brush pile, drop it off the edge. See, for the live scope guys, you can do all that. You see your bait, you can put it right in their face without putting it in the brush pile. You can stop it and dance it right on top of the brush pile and tease them, make them come up out of it and grab it so they're getting hung up all the time, okay? That's where a live scope helps you guys. And people ask me that question all the time too. Is the live scope worth it? I'm telling you, that's how it helps you. If you don't fish a lot, it's expensive. But if you fish, a lot, You know, I average 3 to 4 days a week. It's worth it. So I struggled, guys. I don't struggle bust this video, but just a fun video. I caught some fish, some new scenery for you to see. Okay, got into schooling bass a couple times. They were schooling. So like I say, I can see the bass schooling, and now and then I see a school shad doing the same thing. I just couldn't catch them. All right, guys. If you're leaving on Sundays, port of catch on Sundays. If you're leaving a number, please come back and check your number on Wednesday night. On Wednesday evenings, I post a winner. This one person has won. I've commented to you a couple times. Hey, you've won. You even asked me one time, how do I know if I won, in a comment? And I told you, I will comment to you. Also, I put the winner in the top. The very first comment's mine. I put the winner's name there. So-and-so won this week, and his number was so-and-so. He had number so-and-so, and he didn't go over that number. That's why he won. Okay? Check it out, because I can't mail it to you until you send me your address. I need your physical address. Look under show more, my email's there. My business email, email me your physical address, I will mail that to you. Appreciate you guys. Wednesday's fun videos, Sunday's port of catch. My name is Dennis. See you next time, guys, on Fishing Lake Country.